Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in this video I'll be doing my predictions for Night 1 and 2 of NXT Halloween Havoc. So first up we have Lexis King taking on a to-be-decided opponent. I think it's just going to be like a jobber, and yeah, it'll be a pretty straightforward win for Lexis King, formerly known as Brian Pillman Jr. I think it's going to be a good showing for him, but it's a very quick match as well, just to kind of show his kind of dominance, have a good debut, and just get a win off the roll. Really, I can't see this going very long. Sorry. So yeah, I like Lexis King to take on a jobber and win pretty convincingly. Following that, in the two semi-final matches between Lola Vice and Carmen Petrovic, and Kelani Jordan and Ariana Grace. For the first semi-finals, I've got Lola Vice to defeat Carmen Petrovic. I think that's how you say her name, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think Lola Vice has actually been really quite good during this tournament. From the matches I've seen, I've not seen all of the matches in the tournament, but the ones I've seen of Lola, she's actually been quite good. And she's got the influence of Elektra Lopez by her side, though she doesn't haven't seen a lot of her in NXT. She has been around there a while, and I think that's paying influence into her during this tournament. I think it's going to be a decent match. Though it might be quite quick just because of how many matches are on this show. But yes, Lola Vice to get the win on this. And then in the other semi-final, I've got Kelani Jordan to defeat Ariana Grace. I kind of picked Kelani Jordan to win the whole thing from the start. And she also had probably the main presence out of everyone in the breakout tournament on NXT. She had a small feud with Cora Jade, and she was involved with the feud with Cora Jade and Dana Brooke. So I kind of expected her to get the win here, and also, as I'm about to talk about, going to the finals. And on night 2, it'll be the finals of the women's breakout tournament between what I think will be Lola Vice and Kelani Jordan. And as I said, I think Kelani Jordan's going to get the win and kind of win the whole thing and go on to have a NXT women's title match. I think that's what they did last year, so I assume they're going to do that this year. I don't watch a hell of a lot of NXT, but I'm going to try and watch more for this channel, so you have to forgive me. But yeah, so as I said, just due to presence on TV before the breakout tournament is why I'm going with Kelani Jordan here, though Lola Vice looks very good, as I said previously. And I say both of them I think are going to go on to become pretty mainstays on NXT for a while and kind of be that next generation of women's wrestlers. And I'm very much looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a good match next week. Hopefully it's given more time than the rest of the tournament matches have been. But yes, I'm looking forward to this one by Kelani Jordan to win the women's breakout tournament. Following that, we have Tony D'Angelo and Stax taking on Chase University of Duke Hudson and Andre Chase, the tag team championships. For me, I've got Chase University to get the win here. I think that the story development of Thea Hale siding with kind of JC Jane and kind of seeing that more heel side of her, or more aggressive side anyway, has been really good. I think it's been probably one of the better storylines on NXT. But I think this is going to play into this match where some people might think that Thea may cost Chase U just because of how much Andre Chase has cost Thea in the past. I think that Thea's going to cheat with the help of JC, and Andre and Duke are going to realise that they've cheated and they're going to get the win, meaning that they almost won't like their championship win or their reigns just because of how they won it. I feel like that'd be some really good development for this story before Thea kind of leaves Chase University and does her own thing. But yeah, I think it would be really interesting to see how Andre Chase would react if Thea cheated to help them get the win, instead of kind of costing them in the first place, which I can see happening just because of how much Andre Chase has cost Thea. But I feel like they might go the opposite way here, and it'd be a really interesting story. Next up, we have Roxanne Perez taking on Kiana James in a Devil's Playground match. I think this is going to be a case of kind of Kiana James is going to have the advantage for the most part of the match, and because Roxanne is such a baby face, she won't want to use as many weapons and stuff. Though I know she's been in Extreme Rules matches before against Cora Jade and stuff like that, but it'd be kind of like when Bayley was really babyface and she had to use weapons and stuff like that. And I think Roxanne Perez will come out with the win. I can't see this feud going any further than Halloween Havoc. I feel like both Kiana and Roxanne Perez are going to move on to different things afterwards, and probably concentrating more on NXT deadline in a couple of months, with, I assume, the Iron Survivor Challenge coming back again, which is a great concept for a match. And yeah, I said just because I can't see this feud going any further, I'm going to go for the babyface to get the win here and have Roxanne Perez beat Kiana James. Following that, we have Gigi Dolan taking on Blair Davenport in a lights out match. For me, I've got Blair Davenport to get the win this one. I feel like they can definitely extend this feud further on than Halloween Havoc. Both are very much... I see them as very similar. They're both of the extreme kind of matches. They both will put the bodies on the line, stuff like that. I can't remember for the life of me what a lights out match involves. Obviously, when I hear lights out, I think AEW's unsanctioned match. I assume they won't do that just because there's a Devil's Playground match, which I assume will be no DQ. So I'm not sure on that one, but I think just to extend the feud a bit, they'll have the heel win first, and then Gigi can get her win back in like a more valiant babyface go at it. But yes, I think it's going to be a good match. I think Blair Davenport, I can't speak, it's great. Blair Davenport will, I said it again, I said part instead of port. Blair Davenport will get the win and kind of use more heel tactics and kind of find a way more around Gigi Dolan getting the win. But say it's a match I'm looking forward to, and I do hope they carry on the feud afterwards, as I have been enjoying this one. Following that, we have what I assume will be the main event of night 1, which is Becky Lynch taking on Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship. I think Becky Lynch is going to retain the championship here, just based on the fact that I feel like they're going to either build somebody up from like bottom to top to beat Becky for the championship, or if Jade Cargill is going to be NXT bound, which isn't clear right now, to have Jade Cargill almost maybe in her first match beat Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship would be huge, and it would show how much investment WWE actually have in Jade Cargill instead of having start from the bottom and come up to the top. But yeah, I'm not writing off Lyra Valkyria. I think she's fantastic. I genuinely feel like she should be on the main roster. I thought at one point she was going to join Judgment Day, which again I would have fully been behind. I think she'd be a great fit for Judgment Day. But I mean, to be fair, I lost to Becky here, and then maybe Rhea comes out and Valkyria turns heel and joins the main roster would actually be really cool. I can't see that happening, but just by the interactions with Becky and Rhea on Raw, I can possibly see it happening, though there's been like no other suggestion of that, so that's a complete guess and kind of my own kind of predictions or wanting of what happens. But yes, I think this is probably going to be the better match of the night, of the first night anyway. I think it's going to be the best match of the first night. And yes, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great match. I very much rate Valkyria. Obviously, Becky Lynch is one of the best women on the roster, if not the best. So I'm expecting a lot out of this one, but I do expect Becky Lynch to successfully retain the NXT Women's Championship. And finally, what I assume will be the main event of night 2 of Halloween Havoc. I've got Ilya Dragunov to defeat Carmelo Hayes to retain the NXT Championship. It just more or less based on the fact that I feel like Ilya's only just started off. He's only been champion like 3 or 4 weeks. I can't see him dropping the title back to Carmelo Hayes already. I can see Carmelo Hayes after this kind of going into a feud with Trick Williams. I think I've seen online as well that it seems like they're going to do a similar story to when Triple H took out Shawn Michaels after they were friends again, and with Carmelo being the heel and Trick being the face, it'll be revealed that Carmelo took out Trick last week, taking him out of the Fatal 4-Way match. And yeah, I said these two had a great match at No Mercy. I'm expecting more or less the same here. Maybe not to the... what's the one for here? It won't be as good as the No Mercy match because it's on free television. I feel like they always kind of hold back a bit on television compared to pay-per-view. But as I said, I'm expecting a very good match out of this one, but I don't expect Ilya to drop the title quite yet. Plus, Carmelo Hayes does have something to do afterwards. And Ilya Dragunov has got issues with Dijak and Baron Corbin as well. That'll keep him busy probably till the new year. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. Expecting very high levels of wrestling out of this one, but I do have Ilya Dragunov to retain the NXT Championship. Those are my predictions for the matches that I know of, the Night 1 and Night 2 of Halloween Havoc for NXT. Do put down in the comments what you think is going to happen. If there's going to be any other debuts, will Jade Cargill show up? What your favourite matches are going to be? And just anything else, what matches you think are going to be on Night 2? Obviously, Shotzi and Scarlett are hosting Night 1. Maybe they'll have a different host on Night 2. don't know who that's going to be. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun show. NXT at the minute is just putting on really good special events during the week, or premium live events. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to start covering NXT more on the channel. And yeah, just as usual, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the Instagram account, _wrestling_retrospective. Be very much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you much for watching. See you later.